Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. You can call it This Morning on ITV. Well, on this discussion segment, we're going to take a look at what is happening in Rivers State, where Governor Wike appointed 200,000 SA on political matters. At first, it was 50, speculated to be 100,000 SAs. Last week, he said he's going to empower, or let's say appoint. Okay, let me not use the word empower. Appoint 200,000, which he did. And that's the highest so far in Nigeria for a Nigerian governor to have at their back in core. Some are trying to trim down the numbers of social assistants, and of course, assistants of this man is increasing the number. When he was confronted with it, he said, look, as a second-term governor, I promised my people two things. Physical infrastructure, that, to my ability, I've delivered. And of course, stomach infrastructure. That is what I'm delivering on right now. And according to report, is going to gap 42 billion plus to really make this thing work. Some are saying this is executive rascality. Others are saying what it did is the right thing to do, because some other governors right now in court will pocket such money. What do you think about this? Some are saying, come, this is all pre-vote buying. He's buying the votes indirectly. You have that same opinion. Some are saying he's just sharing government money, indebting the state further. Do you believe in that? All this and more, we'll take a look at this installment of This Morning on ITV. And of course, I have political analyst, political press commentator, and agriculturalist, a politician, joining to welcome Odigye Wabiayi. Welcome to TMI on this edition. I appreciate your coming. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
You've been off board. I'm not in town, I traveled, not in town, I traveled. Now you're in town.
I'm everywhere now.
All right.
Good morning, viewers at home.
Put food on the table. You will not hear about all this.
Food has come.
Food has come. Really?
Yeah.
Join me to welcome Okoro Osahon Obari, a political analyst, a vibrant youth mobilizer. In fact, generally, he's a mobilizer, a politician. Welcome to TMI. On this
Thank you so much
for
for
coming.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Good morning, viewers at home.
And so very close to me, he's a politician and entrepreneur. And of course, he was one time a councillor in Ego, Ward 7, right?
Yes.
And of course, before that, he was executive director in the past government. And according to reports, his results will speak for him. I don't want to go into that. Join me to welcome Derek Ohuwago. Welcome to TMI on this edition.
A very good morning to you, Mr. Wilson. A very good morning to you, viewers.
All right. So, we are back again. It's like this man don't want to let Nigerian media rest, because he must only do something for the media to pick on the governor Nyesom Wike, loved by many, dreaded by many, hated by many also, because they're going to balance thing and respected by many. I don't know. I want to start off with Honorable Odigye. What can you make out of this? So people are saying this is crazy. This is rascality at its peak. 200,000 SA on political matters. What is he aiming at?
Well, from our analysis, the answer is not far-fetched. I think Governor Wike of Rivers is making a mockery of our democracy. And first and foremost, where is he going to get the money? Because at the beginning of every fiscal year, there's always a budget. And during the game, we are now bringing in over 200, and we are still counting SAs. Where's the money going to come from? Is it going to print money, as alleged by our governor in every state? And this behavior or rascality of Wike started many years ago. Our governor in Edo State did same. Before the governorship election, his second term, he appointed several Essex. And the reason why they do that is to placate and buy votes. And at the end of the day, most of the essays did not get their pay. And they were being fooled. Wike has taken a cue from what Governor Obaseki did in every state, and is making a total nonsense about you. Where is he getting the money? Is it the money EFCC is alleging that he's tagged in Abuja or Port Harcourt that is going to use to pay these over 200 essays? You know, EFCC needs to investigate him. Despite the fact that he's fighting his political or creating an implosion in his political party, the government or EFCC have every responsibility to investigate this man to find out where he's getting the money. And why would you need 200,000 XA for what? I mean, to do what? We don't have the capacity. River State doesn't have the capacity. Is this his own personal money? Absolutely not.
All right.
So, is he using the state money? Yes. Is he allowed? Where is the State House of Assembly? Where is the EFCC? So for him to just take River State as his own personal estate and he dishes out money to various states, there's no state Wike has not contributed money to. Is this his personal money?
All right. I will come back to you on that. You asked a very important question. Well, we talked about Governor Godwin Obaseki. It wasn't up to 1,000 SA, but it's all about 200,000. You said the body they leave from him, they'd be like, this is on a whole new level. 200,000, that's not up to even 200, or will I say 500? Talking about 200,000 right now. I will come back to just to make that clear. So I'm saying it's not the same. Obara, you heard him. He said, this is the height of rascality and it's not been done. What he also said, where's he going to get the money from? He's in the States as his own personal property and all that. Do you have a divergent view or you share his opinions?
Yeah, I think, let me first of all give God the glory for a safe journey mercy back to Benin. I attended the wedding ceremony of my very good friend at Ewo yesterday, and you can still see that I feel dizzy because I have to drive down to make sure I don't fail your message. I got your message inside the marriage. The truth must be told that whatever will put food on the table, I'm always in support. Whatever. And I also want to let you know that you said my big brother and friend, Godwin Obaseki, didn't appoint up to 1,000 essays or SSA during his last election. I want to shock you that I knew over 1,000. I knew over 1,000. So if I know over 1,000, so that's to say we had over 5, 10, 20,000 essays. Yes, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. So
all right, that's just been proven. Let's leave it at that.
Yes, you could not prove yours. Yes,
let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that. Yeah. What Wike is doing might not be palatable to those that see him, but to we, for a man to have decided to say, this money, let me give it to, because it's the person that has eaten that can walk through a tarred road. I pray maybe when you are free, take a bus and go to Ewu or Auchi. Yes, if you succeed going and coming, when you come back, nobody will tell you to go and do Thanksgiving. So if the road is good, the man that has eaten well is the one that can walk on it or drive on it. So the number might be enormous. What the man also did as a politician that you cannot know because you're a journalist was to go to each unit. Each unit. He went down to the unit to pick one person from each unit. So that is to say, a messenger from the government has to a unit. So he might not have given it a very good name to say appointed essays. If he had said the liaison officer to unit A, liaison officer to unit B, liaison officer to unit C, Because politics is about interest and number. For the man to have boasted to say, I want to deliver Port Harcourt, to deliver a state or even a unit is not an easy task. So whatever you will use to beat Wisi Omasha, if Wisi Omasha is your political rival, my brother, you should do it. Because if Wike mistakenly loses this fight, his finish is grounded. So the man cannot hold. If a governor that fought against a national chairman did this, and Wike is fighting against his own party, the man is sinking. And what he wants to do is to revive himself politically. And he's the governor of the state. So whatever the man wants to do now to remain afloat politically, that's what he's doing. He did not give it to unknown people. He did not appoint Wisi Omasha from Edo. He went to unit to unit. That is to tell you now that from now, any politician that is sensible cannot joke with Wike. Just yesterday, I hope you are aware that the former commissioner to Amechi has resigned. Why that woman might have resigned might have been that woman is also from a political unit. Maybe the chief mobilizer of our unit have been appointed. For her to be rubbished, she has no option than to quickly koto. So Wike might have done it the way people will say, no, he's wasting. My brother, the money Wike want to pay people, is it your money? Okay. No, I'm asking you, is it your money? Some people are looting it. Some people are taking it. Some people are using it to do whatever they want to do with it. The man, as we speak today, that is the only man that in his second tenure, not first, virtually every month, called journalists to say, I want to open a project. Virtually every month. We watched it. And when he was covering the last, he said, I think I've done this time for my people.
All right.
My brother, what do you want him to do again? He should cut his hand for you?
Okay. I'll come back to you, Obaraye. Well,
remember Wike is on my party. I'm an APC person. Yes,
I know.
I'm talking as a politician. Yes.
Okay, they all know that he is from the APC and Wike is from the PDP, but he's speaking dispassionately, trying to express his views the way he sees things. He chooses not to go via party affiliation. Derek, the man Wike is in the news again. You heard contrasting views and opinions from Honorable Digi and, of course, Comrade Osanho Korobaraye. What's your take on this? You've been giggling.
Honorable sir, what has Wisi done in this matter?
It is better to use Wisi because for him to say, what's your temper, you quickly use him.
First of all, Rivers State have 23 local governments. They have 319 wards and 4,442 voting units. Now, Wike have appointed 200,000 aides. And if you evaluate 200,000 if you divide it by 4,442, you will discover that Wike already have about 45 short votes per unit, every unit of every ward in Rivers State. 45. It's already 45
from each unit
ahead of
anybody. You are going to come from behind.
And if he goes further to give this individual task to say, hey, I want you to ensure you grab 2 more votes to yourself. Guarantee that you will bring me 2 more votes. That is already 600,000. Mind you, the total vote cast in the last election, presidential election 2019 in Rivers State, was around 600,000, in the neighborhood of 600,000. Wherein, no, 700,000. Wherein PDP, Atiku Abubakar, got almost 500,000, and APC got 150,000, plus or minus. Now, if now Wike is already guaranteed to have 200,000 votes, then you will see that the man we must give it to him.
Don't joke with it.
We must give it
Don't
to
joke
him.
with it. Oh.
He's somebody who is proactive. He has said it a long time ago that it's time for stomach infrastructure. We all know what that means. You know, he has calculated a long time ago that this is the time, you know, to focus on delivering election for whoever candidate that he is supporting. So we must respect him, we must give it to him. Then, mind you, I am the last person to go or talk against whoever is financially, whoever leader that is giving financial aid to his people. My own vision as a politician is to see how everyone can be economically engaged, can be financially engaged, so that he or she will be able to put food on the table, as popularly said by my brother Saon Okorobayo. So Wike have done a great thing. To say where is he going to see the money to pay, my brother, it not concern me. It not concern me. Then to say the House of Assembly have not appropriated any bill in relation to this, he can always go to the House of Assembly for a supplementary budget. Even if you have to borrow, let him borrow. Government of the day and different government have been borrowing money to do projects that is not seen. Now you are making money available to the people of your state, even though it's to the disadvantage of his opponent. I'm his opponent as far as politics is concerned. But that people of the state are benefiting directly from government largesse. This is commendable. You also record that countries that are doing well today all over the world are countries that focus on the economic advancements and booster of its people. A place like America can give as much as $1 million in grant to one individual to support his business, not long. The Nigerian governor Wike is just giving 30,000 to an individual, and they are used and cry everywhere. My brother, we should remove, you know, our mind, separate our mind from this form of sadism, and support whatever is intended to the welfare of the generality of the people of a place, a state, or a locality.
All right, you heard both of them. Over to you, Honorable. The minute to ask me a question, is it my money? Really?
Yeah,
It's not wasting money. I don't have such an amount.
Sometimes when
Yeah.
I listen to Nigerians, politically politicians, the way they are sex governance, and I keep on wondering, if it's your personal business in any clime, the first thing you do at the beginning of the year is to have a budget. If we encourage illegality and allowed people to do whatever they feel like, at the end of the day, what do you have? Chaos and crisis. Wike has become a pain. Don't get me wrong, I loved him, what he's doing in PDP. To Atiku and the national chairman, he's doing the right thing. But if a man takes the wrong step, it is your responsibility to correct or advise that person. In these regards alone, Wike is on the wrong path. The question is, if it's your personal business, where are you going to get the money from? You are saying, oh, he can introduce a supplementary budget. Is that how to run government or business? Absolutely no. You can't just wake up and start imposing your will. Say, I have decided stomach infrastructure. What is that? That's an illegality of its own. There's nothing like stomach infrastructure in our constitution, in the law. We need to do the right thing. We have to move forward. Nigeria is sickened. Nigeria is sick. And you have sick politicians out there manning our governance. The time has come for us to redirect them or to get them out of there, push them to Atlantic Ocean and get them drowned. Now, Wike cannot overnight, assuming Wike decide, okay, Wike has done it. Then another governor from Delta says, okay, I will go and do 3,000. 300,000. Another one, 1 million. Another one, 800. Where are we heading to? Chaos. It's not a banana republic. Please, let us sit down and think. And at the end of the day, we are going to turn around and say, oh, Nigeria is not moving forward. But you will be the first person, if you have the opportunity, say, let me run to Dubai. Let me run to the other side, where everything is properly done, legally. Then you have the opportunity here. You are encouraging an illegality? Absolutely not. I will not subscribe to that.
All right. About the aspect of pushing onto the Atlantic to drown, we are totally against that. Please, nobody's going to push anybody to the Atlantic Ocean to drown. So please, let's be guarded. This is why I say, watch your emotions. So, Father, you heard him. He said, this is illegality. And he gave a very strong point, saying, what if other governors choose to follow suit? Where do they get the money from?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, one thing I love about my leader, first of all, is eloquently sound. And somebody I respect so well. When I came in just, I saw him that he was still looking even younger than when we last saw. So it's one thing that I respect, that you cannot take brilliancy away from him. But what we are discussing here is about being full foot on the table. It's a different ballgame. Are you getting it now? Yeah, so I will always give you, when it comes to put food on the table, don't joke with it. I would have also been very happy if another governor does the same thing. If Godwin Obaseki gives 1,000 essays or SSAs today in Benin, by God's special grace as a politician, we know over 100 or 200. And by so doing, my brother, my pocket, the money I'm also managing will reduce. As a street person.
Yeah, because you're helping others.
As a street person, it will reduce. Then I will also get more, because I will not say, from your own, please give me 1,000. You give me 800. By so doing, I'm also be receiving at the end of the month, because I have people getting more. I think I watched a story about Dubai yesterday. About Dubai, where virtually everything is free. That's one. Secondly, I'm also aware that I have friends that live in Germany. Germany, where the government pays people monthly stipends for them to keep moving. Nigeria does not have anywhere we citizen can get to say this thing is government, let's take a little to it. I just told you about the worrisome experience I had in driving my car. I had to fix my car last night, which I'm going again to finish today on this bad road. But if I was taking something from government, even with the bad road, I was okay, let me use my last month's salary to augment and continue, because there's nothing. Let me also shock Baba that if that continues, that other government does it, it will reduce crime.
Of course.
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, it will reduce crime.
Stomach infrastructure.
It will reduce. Don't let us shy away from it. Then, let me also give you a shocker. Who will help, will virtually help. Who will not help, will not help. When my brother here, last time in Labour Party, my heart bleeds that our party lost him, was a councillor. I remember his salary was less than 200,000. But there was virtually not every month. He uses close to 100 or sometimes over to make sure people get something to eat, to put food on people's table. If that was done in a small facet, a small place, that's also telling you that if he becomes a governor tomorrow, it will encompass more. So if the man Wike has been able to say, okay, let me help. You can see from his own tabula using Pythagoras theorem or whatever theory to give us that Wike is already ahead of people. That's to tell you that APC candidate in Rivers have no option to control, because already you are going to run from behind. Remember that people like Baba are very few. People like my leader here are very few on election day. Their types are rare that you cannot convince to who to vote for on election day. They vote right and they vote their conscience. They are few. 78-80% of voters don't come to tell you what Baba will tell you. What they come there to say is which one they share money. Don't let us shy away from the truth. Baba is telling us Nigeria of his own dream, which all of us, we are happy. We want to see it. But since we are not seeing it here now for the very just as we are you saying we should be hungry? No, we should not be hungry. No, there are some governors that collect billions and billions for monthly allocation for security vote, as it were. whatever name you want to call it. And the security in their state is nothing to write home about. As we speak, we have boys in Benin that bought guns to their money, bullets to their money to secure their environment. That has made sure today, people like Baba, their farms, everything at least, it's good. They are not being paid. Are you telling me Godwin Obaseki tells us tomorrow that he needs 500 million monthly to be paying vigilante? We are going to riot against it when we know that security is paramount. Now the man said, I want to go. Yes, I want to go.
Oh, hold on. What is Benwari? You have
to dance, make it go.
Okay, dance and leave. Okay.
Dance and leave. Okay. Now he wants to dance and leave. They say.
Okay. All right.
And to tell my people thank you, let me just organize you people.
I'll share the money.
It's not sharing the money, sir. This is it's not sharing money. No. It's not sharing it. No.
Calm down.
The man is not sharing this money. Let me tell you.
What is he doing if he doesn't sharing the money?
No, these people want to start working.
Okay.
Listen, let me tell you. Listen, let me if Godwin Obaseki, let me tell you, if Wike Appoints, Wike is the governor of ITV television. If as the governor today you appoint to say this is your work and the election is coming, that person's work is even harder than yours. Because the person is not the governor of that unit. He's the governor of that unit. The person is going to use, even they are going to, he's going to use more money than people coming. Because I say, what being they give SSS, 80% of them are doing Thanksgiving today. The very still salary. No, they are doing Thanksgiving today.
All right.
And their face are already on their neck.
Okay.
Their face are on their neck, and you are telling me that what they get. We should. My brother, let me start.
Calm down. Calm down.
Wike has done well.
I will come back to you. Calm down. Hold on. Just take it up. React to it now. To Derek, both of you are almost towing the same line. But after Wike tenure, what will become the fate of the 200,000 SA?
Oh, good.
Don't forget what happened in Edo State. After these SSA were SSs were given appointment, as the election came into conclusion, that was the end of it according to reports. What becomes of their fate?
Well, if you ask me what became of their fate, I will tell you what became of my fate. After the expiration of the previous governor's tenure, I was an aide to the previous governor of Edo State. I was former SSA. I was elevated to the position of executive director. While I was in that position, I was saving part of my remuneration.
Many will not have your same mentality of saving. Like what he said, you have to spread the money also.
You cannot blame whoever chooses to be stupid. You cannot blame their action on the good that the governor have done for them. I saved, and after the expiration of the former governor of Edo State, I set up a business that sustains me and my family today. You understand? So what am I trying to say is that these people, most of them unemployed, some of them are unemployable. And these would have been people who would be menace to the society. And for this next 5, 6 months, 7 months, their deviant tendencies would have been repressed because they have economic gain. They have money to put food on the table, as popularly said by my brother Kuro Baye.
Is it about now? What about the future after Wike's tenure?
Check this out. Wike, as a governor, has from now secure these people economically till the expiration of his tenure. And I know it's not practical for us to now clamor for this 200,000 people to be transformed into the civil service, as it were, so that the job becomes pensionable. It's not. The state would not have that kind of resources. You know that the state, it will cost the state 42 billion
yes,
to prosecute this payment of salary of these people for this next few months. But you see, people usually say in the street that at all, na a bad pass. Someone who is without money is not getting 30,000 naira monthly. My brother, we should give it to Wike. And so people, see, we must separate our mind from this tendency of sadomasochism, where we hate each other. where we hate even ourselves, we must try by all means to remove it from our mind. If this is a society where you will just see somebody, they will just catch somebody who stole garri to eat. He stole garri to eat, something to eat. And somebody will go and buy petrol worth 1,000 naira to burn him alive for a garri that is stolen that's not up to 200 naira. Whereas you should not ordinarily know that this person did not carry arms and ammunition to steal. He just maybe breaking an entry and he stole garri to it and you want to kill him. We should love each other. All over the world, is it Europe, is it America, is it the Middle East, people get unemployment benefit monthly. To the extent that their government give them free housing, those that cannot get housing, they give them allowance to parents. They every month they don't only pay them, they pay their wife, they pay their children. Salary. Go to Ireland today. I have a brother who used to be in the Ireland, Dublin. He was getting, himself was getting as much as 2,200 euros monthly, to take care of his needs monthly. And if you evaluate that money presently is more than 1.5 million naira. This is somebody who is not an aboriginal of Ireland. He just immigrated from Nigeria and went to that country. Because he has green card, government decided to take care of him because he does not have a job. And the countrymen, the original people of Ireland, are not clamoring that why is the government of their government taking care of foreign nationals. We are talking of our own people here in Nigeria, benefiting from largesse of government of the day, and we are kicking against it. My brother, we need to take it easy in this country.
All right.
We need to love ourselves.
Thank you.
It is in loving ourselves that we will get to that state of utopia or Eldorado that we have always usually clamor for.
Honorable Derek, thank you. I know you have so much to say now. Over to you because according to reports, really, after the employment or the appointment of the SS, it happened in Edo State.
Yes.
As the election came to an end. That was the end.
And they did not get their full, salary.
No, that's not true, sir.
I'm coming, my brother. You see, they just asked a very salient question. What happened after the election? So what you are telling me is that the stomach infrastructure is for 3 months. November, December, January, and probably, February. After February, you are on your own. What I'm trying to say in essence is this. The stomach infrastructure we are talking about, that in Ireland, in Dublin, in Europe, in America, they have what they call social system. They don't just give money out. You made mention of your brother. That is in Dublin, they give him about $2,000.
No, euro.
In euro or whatever. Those people that are getting are what they call financial liability on the citizens of those countries. I lived there, I was there for more than 30 years. There's nothing you will tell me. You see, we talk from outside, and the citizens of those countries, they hate us with a passion. And it is a shame for you to go to America, you want to go and be on the social system, on the welfare system. You cannot come out and say, I'm on the welfare, they are giving me 200 naira full stamp. That's an insult. It shows that you have nothing to offer. Even their own people, they will refuse it. Say, I will not take. Because you become a dread of the society. But Nigerians, Africans, foreigners, especially those from South America, they enter, they pray. That's why they are coming up with strict visa policies. Before you come, they ask you questions. What is your financial background? Why do you think they are doing that? Because they want to stop all these illegal immigrants that will come in and become a financial body. So I'm telling my brother.
Just hold on. You have your say.
So I'm saying, you see, I'm trying to tell you why they are doing that. If you say we should come up with a social system where the government will now take care of the needy, it's a different thing from what Wike is doing, from what Obaseki did, and from what others will do. Yesterday was Obaseki, over 100,000 XA. Today is Wike, over 200,000. Tomorrow can be Erufa.
If you say over 100,000 for Basek, you don't think you're exaggerating?
No.
Don't think you're
No.
you're exaggerating.
One or two.
It's not up to please. We don't want to exaggerate here. I don't accommodate exaggeration. We're on air. Please, let's be guarded.
Come please.
Yes.
The political consideration. Tomorrow can be another person with 1 million. You see, we are setting the wrong, precedent. We don't need to continue all these things. What we need to do, ask, how are they doing all these things in abroad? We wanted to start in Nigeria. Let us start feeding the children in schools to encourage them to start attending schools. What did they do? They say selective stakes. Why would you be doing selective stakes? Then at the end of the day, during COVID, they said they fed almost all the schools where they were at home. That's Nigeria, for opportunity for them to embezzle money. Now, Wike is coming on board now. Over 200,000. No budget. I don't know where he's getting the money from. Then he now said, okay, I'm going to give them employment. Just stomach infrastructure for about 3 to 4 months. What now happened after then? They are back to where they were before he gave them that appointment. So at the end of the day, who suffered? The same people. Now, what we really need, what Wike needs to do, is to go to do the right thing, go through the process. You didn't go through your state house of assembly.
Okay, hold on now. I will come back to you on that.
Money, or said money is not your personal money.
I'll come back to you.
It's my money.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. Calm down.
You can't do that.
Some will be like, well, some will be like, you're not speaking like a politician. That would be the mentality of so many persons.
Yes.
Yes, because you're speaking like
Nigerian that care. If I'm a politician,
yes.
I become a liar.
Okay.
If I'm a politician, I become a
hold on, honorable. You are generalizing. Not all politicians are lying. Not all are thieves. Not all do these vices to harm the society.
Tell me what politician.
We'll get to that.
FCC investigate.
We'll get to that.
Politician in Nigeria.
Open up to your Obaraye. Hold on. I'll come back to you. Calm down. What's your emotions?
I mean, you see a lot of skeletons.
Obaraye, over to you. You heard him. He said, after now, what next? We are talking about not setting a precedent because right now, believe it or not, a precedent has been set by Wike. He's correct by saying, a government can say, look, I want to make it 500,000. And the country will be bleeding. Don't you think that this is encouraging vote buying in another form?
The money I've asked you, is it your money? You didn't answer. You asked. He now said this is money. He said that
taxpayers' money.
Yes. Money. So who do you use the taxpayers' money for? Those in the mortuary or those in the sanctuary? I'm asking now. Just if you answer me. Everybody. Yes. Both the one in mortuary. Yes. Okay. Now people are alive. I'm aware you saw a man that jumped into the lagoon. I always want to give things that you see, that you know, not to say, message, no. And later they said the man, out of depression, that they said he stole money, that there was no way he can react to it. That is how what hunger has caused in this country. So if it is palatable for Baba, it will not be palatable for me. If it is palatable for Derek, it will not be palatable for you. And when you now see that somebody want to now eat. I'm not sure that somebody like Baba now, if I go to his house, because the way I eat
for only 3 months.
Just listen. Okay. Just listen. I'm not sure Baba will want to give me food that will fill my tummy. He may want to think I've also traveled the way he was to take tea and bread in the morning. I don't take it. I don't want to do that. I don't do it. If you have pounded yam or in the money, give it to me. That is my nature. He told you he spent over 30 years somewhere. That was good. So that might have changed his mentality.
That's the tea and bread money.
So where we are here today, we are speaking about Nigeria, not America. Neither Dublin that my brother was saying. We're talking about Nigeria. Where you go now, if he says it's a lie, let both of us go to Ring Road by Zenith Bank at Airport Road. Let him see children eating from the dustbin. I'm telling you, that's when you say things, you say, then you not say a governor that would have said, okay, let me steal this money. If he has stolen the 42 billion,
what will you do?
from back or front will be here to say, where is EFCC? Where is this one? Nigeria is a mess. Nigeria is a catapult. Now the man said, for the next 3 months, no, even for the next 1 month, let me feed this set of people. Let me feed this set of people. Feed. I think we should be factual to ourselves. He might not have done it in the way we want it to be have done, but since people are carried along, do you know that 200,000, Derek didn't give you the right figure. There is no politician that has been appointed that will not have 10 persons. If I'm giving an appointment today, my brother, you have been able to give over 50 persons direct appointment. Over 50. That even if they don't see me, on hearing me that, this. My friend Billy Osage, you cannot change him. Neither Irese, neither Nogi also. These are people that they don't say, just for say, because he's here, they are there. Yeah. So, for you to have it to say, we are not talking about farming here. If it was farming, I will listen. We're talking about politics. Politics is not a game of English. It's not a game of all this. They are speaking big grammar. No, you don't. If you speak that in within market, they will mock people. You must give them the language they understand. What are the language they understand? That is why you still see those women. If you give them salt, it might not sound well to you, but that is what they need. They are hungry. There is no food now. If there is food, can we be talking about this? No. So how can we now put food? Putting food illegally, throwing it to them, giving it to the back door. Are they going to eat? If they are eating, let them eat. Let them eat now. Let the people eat. It will be good for you, it will be good for me. The man is not telling you he wants to build maker. He wants to win the next election. Thank you and thank God he said he is not a politician. If he's a politician, what Wike has done has made other politicians now nationally run into their escalator to think how to meet Wike or to think how to counter what Wike has done. If he's in a position, the man see that, okay, since my party has said I have no value, and don't forget, Rivers State is one of the richest in Nigeria. Take Lagos and maybe Kano. I'm not sure any other state. There's no other state in Nigeria where Julius Berger danced, Makaba danced around the street, apart from somewhere like Rivers or Lagos. No other place. So for a governor that controls that to say, okay, my party said I don't have value. If I lose this election, they said I will be arrested. You heard him. He said, is the jail made for? He was saying that. For a politician to be relevant, even if he wants to tear a shirt, if he wants to go barb his hair, but to remain relevant in politics is what keeps him alive. Or else, he's gone for life. Yeah. All right. So the man has not calculated to say, okay, for me to be relevant, and let me go back to my unit. If I win this election, relevance will come. If I get don't also forget that he has a minister. Amechi also fighting in that place. So the man is trying to first of all get himself balanced. Okay. What leader Odigye is saying is true, but in a sane society. It's just like me driving out the way I was driving down to say I don't want to miss time. I cannot drive like that in America or the way it came from. I cannot do it. That is why even people like us can also stay there. If we want to go for visit and we come back, we cannot stay there again. He has stayed there for 30 years. That's why he's saying when he's talking, he's still in his tune. Unlike me, I can't talk the way he's talking. You cannot change it now. Are you getting it now? Yeah. Neither I will not tell you that but if Baba wants to not play politics tomorrow, I will not tell you, Baba, don't speak like that again. This is where you speak. Okay. He must come and meet me because when he was spending that 30 years there, me, I was giving 30 years to politics here. I was learning it. All right. So, okay. What the man has done politically, as a politician, I'm giving him A. He has done well. The reason why he has done well is that he did not give it to chickens. Neither give it to people in the mortuary. He has given it to people.
Derek, watch your language.
He has given it to people that will deliver. All right. By the time they deliver, my brother, yes. ITV, you hear people congratulating Wike. Back from Edo. Thank you. For a man to control other states, yes, added to his state, Wike, my brother, you don't know him. Wike is wicked.
Are you right now and Atiku be panicking because of his move by Wike?
They won't sleep. They'll pretend not to sleep.
No. The question is for Derek.
Yeah, yeah.
The question is for Derek. Please, we are on national TV. All right, thank you.
They've always been in the panic mood. Not now, since this whole pandemonium started. So it is not a news that it is now that they started the panicking. And I have often said that it will still come to that stage where they will come to the round table. We are talking of almost 1 million votes in Rivers State. And with the move that Wike just made, it is clear that Wike cannot get less than 500,000 votes from Rivers State.
Because of this move?
Yes.
Before this move alone, you know, for this move, this is checkmate.
Yes, chess. Just played it.
The game of chess. So, but having said that, I will continue to state very emphatically that whatever ameliorates the plight, the suffering of the people of this country, I am 100% in support of it. As far as it is properly done, and nobody can say Wike did not do what is proper. Nobody can say that Wike did anything illegal by appointing 200,000 people. Because first of all, like I said, I have been a parliamentarian and I have also worked in the executive arm of government. When they need a right that is previously not in the budget, the governor of the state or the chairman of a council or the president of a country will quickly make amendment to the previous budget. You know, by bringing to the legislative arm a supplementary appropriation bill, which will be, you know, passed into law. So this is, I will not be surprised that by this Monday, the issue about supplementary budget to cater for this issue will come up. And people are saying, where is he going to see 42 billion? How much is 42 billion? What Rivers State gets in terms of federation allocation
and IGRO
and IGRO. In 2 months, the state will get this 42 billion. And all of this money have been in this state all these years. It did not trickle down directly to the average man. And today, Wike decided to make it trickle down, and we will be fighting against him. You know, our Baba said he lives abroad for a long time. And I even cited an example, how these people, how they take care of their people abroad. And he said it is shameful. Anybody that is hungry, is it shame that
it's shameful to eat?
When you are hungry, is it issue of shame or ego or pride?
All right.
The Maslow law, the Maslow pyramid of human wants. The first one there is
food.
Is your physiological need. Food.
All right.
Before any other thing.
Gentlemen.
So who chop? Now I know whether shame do.
Thank you.
Issue of eating.
Thank you.
We have solved economic problem.
30 years ago, see.
Thank you. Gentlemen, thank you. You will not have to take your last line because we have others to really throw more light on this. You've spoken at length. But in 30 seconds each, what's your summation before others will come and really express themselves on this particular topic? You go first, sir.
Well, I feel that Wike needs to retract his movement and doesn't placate well with, our democracy. If we have to move, what he's starting might have a domino effect. Other governors might take suit, and when they reciprocate, at the end of the day, we'll have crisis. So we should do things the right way. And if his intention is to use that to buy votes, it is wrong.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. What are you over to you?
I want to thank Wike for making it open. We have so many governors.
For making it open?
Open, yes. I can attest to you that some people still receive 5,000 every month for close to 6 years now in this state, not for doing anything. but to tell you where and where to vote. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. I have friends that receive such money, but it's in secrecy, so you are not aware. That is why. But for Wike to do it open and do it this elaborate, I told you before now. When we spoke about Wike long ago, I said one of the greatest achievements I will have this year is to sit down and have a tea party with Wike, because the man, my brother, it's not easy to fight against your party. He did it and he has done it well. And this was the last one that I thought, that I know that he kept at his back to say, by the time everybody go against me, I will go and meet my people. And now he has met his people, he has dashed his people, and that is the end. Wike will decide. Go and watch Rivers vote. Go and watch Rivers vote. Wike will tell you those that will win Rivers and how Rivers is going to be won, because he has told you Rivers, if they want to get at all maybe 1 million, Wike already has about 600,000-700,000 in his kitty to go with, and he will tell them this is where he want to go, and he goes and remains relevant.
Thank you.
Me, I want to remain relevant. So whatever that will make me relevant politically, I will do it to sustain relevance.
Okay, thank you, Derek. Over to you.
The news broke before the weekend how the former Senate president, one-time Senate president, and a 7th senator is being investigated by EFCC, and a total of about
40 properties
scattered all over the country. You know, some of them worth as much as 2 billion naira. You know, and the EFCC unraveled the fact that these were proceeds from corruption. This is money that could have been channeled to people for their welfare, for their economic advancement, but yet one individual have illicitly used it to enrich himself.
Allegedly.
And we are seeing somebody who is not channeling the money directly to the people, and we are against him. Man, we want to catch people in which now.
No, it's okay. You've heard them. You've heard them. Some of them spoke their mind, as in they're speaking from the streets. The hearts of many Nigerians are saying, yes, this guy is doing what. Are saying, look, this may lead to chaos. They have their points, they have their opinions, with good points backing their opinions and view. What's your check? Let's get to hear from other set of discussants. Gentlemen, thank you so much. I appreciate a wonderful analysis. Don't forget that our opinions is theirs. It has nothing to do with ITV. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go away.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is this morning on ITV TMI. You heard the first discussants, the first panelists, the first analysis about this whole issue of Wike appointing 200,000 as on political matters. And after that, we're going to delve into Ekoromado's ordeal, matters arising. And with me in the studio, I have very vibrant youth, an entrepreneur, an agriculturist, a political analyst, a mobilizer, a politician. Join me to welcome Samuel Ehigato, a.k.a. Aras. Welcome to TMI. I appreciate your coming.
We're saying good morning.
Are you from the north this morning? Are you from the north this morning?
Probably.
Probably. Okay. It's all right. It's good to have you here with us in the studio, Sam. All right. Very close to him is a vibrant youth, a politician and entrepreneur. Join me to welcome Ojo Imafido. Welcome to TMI.
Good morning, Wilson.
I appreciate your coming.
Thank you very much.
Well, Derek is still very much around in the studio. Before we delve into the Wike's ordeal, what do you feel about Wike empowering? Some call it empowerment. So it says appointment, 200,000 as in political matters. Is this all about politics or the love for the people? Over to you.
Thank you very much, Wilson. Well, you know me very well. I'm a great fan of Wike. I love Wike doings in River State. So far, so good. He has been doing very, very well, infrastructural-wise and otherwise. But this aspect of 200,000 essay, for me personally, is a political game.
Political game?
Yes. Let us leave the excuses that he have done so many. Now he feel that he want to empower his people. He gives his stomach infrastructure. Listen, he has been there for over 7 years. So does it mean that the people were not hungry the 7 years he has been there? That is now he realized that they are hungry, he have to give them 200,000 jobs? Let us be sincere with ourselves. All I believe we can want to do with them, play politics. Because if you hear the message he sent to them, he said, go back to your units. Is that not a political language? He didn't say go back to your communities. He didn't say go back to your environment and give me a feedbacks. He said go back to your, that means go and work in your unit to deliver PDP. This same tactical game was played in Edo State of recently too. It was Wike that brought the idea. When the issue with Comrade Oshomole, with Obaseki was ongoing, you know, Obaseki went to solicit the help of Wike in order to be able to join the PDP and to come victorious in the PDP. We remember very well shortly after the visit of Wike, Obaseki also employed over thousands of youths as SSA and S6. After the election, we were all sacked and returned back home. So you're not telling me that irrespective that Wike believed the PDP is going to win Rivers State, if peradventure the PDP does not win Rivers State, that is the SPDP that wins the Rivers State, the APC that wins the Rivers State, are they going to keep the employment of these 200,000 people? So for me, listen, it is just a politics to win the election, to get its own aims done. That
So it's all political gimmicks.
It's a political genius. We should leave that aspect of the game that he wants to empower his people because he loves his people. I'm sorry, 7 years it was enough. A lot of Rivers are suffering. They'll be feeling the pains. So you cannot come in these few months to you're leaving the office and you now have to employ 200,000, a load upon the government that is even incoming, that do not know the status quo of the economy of the state that is coming to rule on. So there are so many things we do. We've got to say the truth and be very sincere with it.
All right, it's all political.
It's a political game.
Ojo, you share his views?
Of course
That it's
I
all
do.
political.
Of course I do. They said absolute power corrupts absolutely. To me, this that's vote buying.
Yeah.
Vote buying.
Yes, that's vote buying. And Wike, I don't know the kind of advisors, the kind of people that are advising him. I know most of these things he's doing is just to, I know he's doing it to maybe draw some people's attention, which is the
But he's
PDP.
getting already.
No, like I'm talking about the PDP presidential candidate. I guess that's the reason why he's acting all these scripts. Now you are employing about 200,000 essays. If we are to go by, let's say if he's to pay them 100,000 naira each per month, that would be about 20 billion naira.
But they say it's going to
every month.
go 42 billion right now. That is a rough estimate.
Okay, is that not wastage? That is wastage for me, because there are a lot of jobs that need to be done, and now you bringing these people into your government, or should I say, giving them this appointment, is to me is an insult to the Rivers people. It's like you're telling them that you people are hungry. Come, let me feed you for some time. From now till the general election is about 111 days, and after then we can have about close to maybe 6 months to leave office. Okay, so now he's acting and is on overdrive, let me put it like that. The other day, he collected a plot of land given to Senator, one of his former ally, because this man is working with our presidential candidate, which for me is not right, because after this election, politics will still continue. And if you are, if with the way it's going, and the one of the things I am happy about is the Rivers people, they have their own mind to do whatever they want to do. On that election day, Wike will not be with these appointees on their polling units, so they know who they will vote for on that day. And Wike, to some extent, if he's thinking maybe, my opinion about this whole thing is, on that particular day, Wike only have one vote. Wike is not a candidate. So his own duty that day is to vote and go back to government house and watch how it unfolds. So, but if he thinks maybe on that day these people are the one that will perform the magic, I don't know the people that is giving him this kind of advice.
I want to say anything because you've spoken at length about this Wike issue. What you've heard them is all political. That is the stand of Samuel Ehigato and, of course, Ojo Imafidon as against Walter Wadai and, of course, Okoro Sahobari and Derek. We are talking about they've given their own point of view. Someone saying to call for attention, and the PDP presidential candidate should be worried. Oh, Joe, should they be worried about this? You are a party man. This action of Wike, over 200,000 or thereabout.
For me, he should not be worried.
Atiku should be worried.
Of course, because Wike was with Atiku in 2019 and he lost. So I don't see any difference.
Atiku won Rivers State.
No, not winning Rivers State, the general election. He lost. So if Wike was this, how do I put it, was this probably
powerful,
a special factor. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar was supposed to have won that election. And for me, if you look at the South states, all the governors, they are all together, except Wike, because they wanted to lord over them, which they refused. Because if we are to look at Nigeria political structure, or let me say the way we were programmed, the Southerners, we have our own pride. I don't know if you understand. So Wike alone cannot decide who becomes the next president. Because do you know why? When I don't know what happened in Sokoto State, like a fire inferno or something, Wike donated about 500 million naira to Sokoto State then. So it felt maybe money, like they said money is not everything. So, but on the dying minutes when they were doing the presidential primaries, we saw what happened when Tambuwa supported Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. So I still feel, what makes you think these people that are running, that are pushing Wike will not betray him on the last minute? What makes you feel someone like Otom, who his brother is the national chairman, you are telling Otom that, hey, the national chairman cannot come from the north. The presidential candidate cannot come from the north. And we from the southern part, when we're mentioning the north, it's like, it's one particular ethnic group we are referring to, the Hausa Fulanis. So indirectly, you are telling Otom that you are not my brother. And if you think maybe Otom will want his brother to live there someday, because if you look at what they say happened, that Otom even begged Wike that please, he wants his own, somebody from his state to be at the national level. That's how they brought Ayu to the picture. So I know, or I guess, on that particular election day, I still feel many of these people might even work against his instruction on that day.
All right. Let's leave it up there.